bursar recently said to me, "I need a new bank account. Our one's run out of money." I laughed politely, but this is a story that we're hearing increasingly often. We all know businesses need to keep their costs under control. Income and cash flow are king. And schools have had to reassess their budgets and identify where savings can be made and where costs remain. Government support is not indefinite, and some difficult decisions remain against a backdrop of continued uncertainty. But here are some useful tips for independent schools about bill generation and fee collection during this challenging time. Based on your current information, project how your school will stand financially in January 2021, both in terms of school numbers and what those numbers need to be to cover costs. If you haven't already done so, survey parents and pupils for honest feedback on your remote learning offering and outline any plans you have for remote school clubs during summer holidays. Evaluate whether your future term times could be adjusted to add additional face-to-face value as and when the lockdown restrictions are eased. And tell parents what it is you're planning to do. This will make them feel that you're not only working to recover any progress lost during the summer term, but also that you're looking to add value to the fees invested. Explain that the school will do everything they can to provide continued education. And write to parents, or better still call them, to personally thank them for their continued support. This will do one of two things: either flush out those who are storing bad news, or cause those who are considering making a fee discount request but who don't necessarily need one to think again. Ensure there is perceived value for what you're charging. In other words, provide parents with the very best service you can within the guidelines and make sure the true value of those services has been communicated. For example, I've recently had some turf delivered, and due to the COVID-19 restrictions, it's meant that the turf has had to be delivered in smaller loads. Each load costs the same amount to deliver as the large load, but the landscaper hadn't made an allowance for the additional delivery costs, so had no choice but to pass them on. Parents may not appreciate the additional staffing required to convert lessons to workbooks or the preparation time required for remote teaching. You cannot charge anything that they don't feel or recognise the value of, so make sure they're aware of the extra in costs. Engage with your community. This should include the bursary. This, above all, is a time to create a collegiate family, an all-encompassing ethos that parents of the school will want to support and tell other parents about. Continue regular communication with parents and children. This should be more than just emails or learning transmission. Invites to live-streamed assemblies, question and answer forums, and sharing of successes are key. Encourage live streaming of year group activities, set competitions and quizzes, and make sure you and your team are as visible as you would be normally in a working week. Invite parents to a chat forum to discuss their fears moving forward, and always ensure their queries are dealt with quickly and honestly in order to prevent them from escalating. Parents and pupils will be seeking reassurance, and even if you're unable to give it, being visible and engaging regularly will help communicate that you care. When does it rain money? When there's a change in the weather. And in this ever-changing environment, you can't put a price on peace of mind.